Hi, my name is Janet. It's so good to see you here. How are you doing? I really hope that you're doing well. And we started a new series called The Power of Consistency. And if there's a call that you and I have as children and as people of the household of God, it's a call to prayer. We are told to pray without ceasing. Jesus is a good example. In Hebrews 5:7 says that he spent time in prayers. The gospel records of him isolating himself every chance he got to just be in the presence of God and pray. And I want us to look at, consistency in prayer as the first point. And I want us to look at closely at Daniel's life. When you look at the book of Daniel 6:10, when King Darius signs a decree, not that prayers will not be made to any god but himself. We see Daniel withdrawing and going to his house in the upper chambers, kneels down and prays 3 times a day, something he was consistent about. God rewards consistency. We look at Daniel having established a life of prayer even before a crisis came. Daniel did not just pray because of being placed in the den of lions. He had been praying prior to that. So it's a call to you and I that we ought to be praying even before we incur crises. And these consistent things, like God honors consistency in this way. When Daniel needed help from God, our God is ever faithful and he has a way for each of us. But look at the consistency in his walk with God in prayers. How God was able to protect him from the lion's den. That's your call. That's my call today. We ought to be consistent in prayers. Let's pray about, and prayer isn't just about presenting our needs before God. It's a communion with God. It's a relation where you build that, heart-to-heart relationship with God, where you're able to talk to him as a father. We're able to know his heart. Let's be consistent in prayers because change happens when you're consistent. God bless you.